No, because you're foreign, aren't you? So,
Yeah.
where in foreign?
Where in foreign?
Yeah.
I'm from New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Yeah,
New Zealand.
that's right.
Number two is what advice are you seeking? But I delivered a fair amount there. Is there any other advice you would seek?
I guess like going into the rooms, like going into these audition rooms, what should I give off as soon as I walk in? Like, what's the impression I want to make? It's Florence, we'll see you now. I open the room. What am I doing at that point? What am I doing wrong?
All right. Well, I haven't seen you do it. So what are you doing wrong?
Sometimes I sort of like, I do this like a weird like dance shuffle thing into the room, just sort of, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't.
I think the upside of a shuffle would be it's memorable. So it does have that, but as you say, you're not getting much in the way of like callbacks and things.
Yeah.
So maybe it's not. Maybe it's just something people snicker about when you've like left.
Oh, do you think?
Yeah, just she actually came in the room.
Right.
I once had a girl, different kind of film it was, but she was really memorable because she did a somersault. She came in with a somersault.
Okay.
And she landed like Spider-Man.
Like that.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, but just kind of maybe Black Widow. Yeah,
Okay,
and she was
cool.
quite low down, and I was like, wow.
Yeah. Did she get the part?
Yep.
Okay.
I loved it.
So something big and bold. Maybe a shuffle's too soon.
No, don't do that. That's just one thing I could remember.
Okay.
Just come in, look, these people, you want them to imagine working with you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So just imagine them looking at you going, yeah, this would not be a chore, this would not be difficult.
Okay.
So be friendly but not fake friendly, like over friendly. You've had that, like, the enthusiasm is too strong.
Yeah.
So just be kind of like, oh hi, you've seen me. I'm ready to read anything. Ready to read anything you want. Any questions? Yeah, if you go to them like, any questions?
Should I ask them? Yeah, okay, that's quite.
That's like, ooh, yeah.
So.
It's like, okay,
Yeah.
no, I've got some.
I'm ready to go.
It's
Do you have
feisty.
any?
Particularly if you're going in for comedies as well, because if
Okay.
we're hitting you down there, any questions? They'd be like, ooh.
You think they'd like that?
Some will hate it, but like it's kind of memorable. You know, it's all a kind of sort of just whack-a-mole.
Mm-hmm.
It's like maybe this time. Now the other thing to remember is that a lot of the stuff that you're going in for will be kind of rubbish anyway. So because think about it. If you think about the average quality of things that get made, right, it's on the low side. Okay, so if something low quality is being made, I'm not talking about budget. I'm talking about quality. Okay, it could be low budget, high talent, right? But we're talking about low quality stuff, and they're obviously going to employ low quality people to do the casting. In which case, and this is something to be happy about. You know, it's not your fault all the time.
Okay.
People doing the casting might be complete, morons.
Yeah.
Nothing you could do about that.
Yeah.
You could absolutely nail it, but they're thick as two short planks, and they don't understand what you've done. They don't get the nuance. They don't understand why it's clever. Nothing you can do about that. They're idiots. Okay.
Yeah.
So don't worry about rejection.
And
I know there's this thing. Sorry, I know there's this thing about failure where everyone says, "Oh, don't worry about failing." I generally don't like that as a message, but sometimes when you're in your position of like, begging for work, sometimes that failure isn't your fault. It really isn't your fault. You shouldn't take it to heart because at that level, people will be crap.
Okay. And so if I do think the casting director might be a moron, like you say, would I then tell them that?
It's difficult because they might well be a moron, but they could still take offence to it, and then you don't know who they're attached to. There's a lot of nepotism in film.
Yeah, that's true.
And TV. So it's like, well, did you know that my uncle runs ITV? And you go, oh, damn, I'll never work for ITV.
Okay.
And all you've got out of the thing is told some moron that they're a moron. which they won't. They're too moronic to really understand
Yeah.
and take to heart. So it's dangerous because of
Okay.
that. Because of that healthy or unhealthy nepotism in the game. So no, just get out of there as soon as you can.
Don't let them see you cry.
You're just like, why would you cry? They're
Um,
idiots. Stupid people don't deserve tears.
Okay, yeah.
That's the message I would. If there's one message I'm going to send today, stupid people don't deserve tears.
That's good, that.
Right. Number 3, is this career the right one for you?
I think so. I hope so. I don't know what else I would do. Not really very. I don't have any other skills.
Really?
Yeah, no.
It's like footballers. They always go, what would you be if you weren't a footballer? I go, I don't know.
Yeah.
And you worry about that because you go, well, you get injured. Big, like high tackle.
Also, if you don't go into punditry, what do you do when you retire?
Well, so many of them don't. I mean, you think about it, they've got like maybe 5 pundit roles.
Yeah. That's
and
only for the big names.
They hang on to that for like 20 years each as
Mm.
well. So there's not really that many things that you can go into. Yeah, you take a stud to the knee, you know, rupture the ACL.
Yeah.
9 months on the sidelines. You get back, but you're not quite the same.
Yeah.
You just fall down the leagues. The pay dries up. You're 28. And you just can't really run on that leg anymore.
Yeah.
Not to an elite level. And
It's quite a good metaphor. You just can't run on that leg anymore.
you can't run on that leg anymore, and hopping's not going to be fast enough. So what are you going to do now? Should have paid attention. And we talked the other day about the education system. You really are screwed now because there isn't really one worth the name
Yeah.
because of all the AIs and things coming along and just kind of, what do you say to kids nowadays? What do you want to be when you grow up? I've got no idea.
Yeah.
I don't even know that there's going to be a civilization, Dad.
What's the point of trying? You know.
Not my son. I don't have one, but you know, if I'd raised one, he'd find a way. But a lot of kids.
Would he go to school?
No, I think probably homeschooled. I think, you know, this interaction has been quite brief. But if you can imagine, I'd actually take time for a child of mine. You could imagine this interaction on a daily basis. Kind of the power being syringed into your temple every day would be truly uplifting. So, yeah, he'd be a formidable character, I would say, by the time I'd finished with him. Could you imagine?
Yeah. I mean, no, but yeah.
So, it is the right career for you because you don't know what else to do.
I'm not good. Yeah, I'm not good at anything else.
Again, you're lucky that the rapture is on its way, because I can't really say to you, oh, do this instead, because I mean, you know, I don't know how good you really are, because I wouldn't know what to say to you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know what. Oh, we'll go into this, because that'll be gone before you've ever got there. You know,
The job will cease to.
won't really be there.
Okay.
There's this or nothing.
Some sort of technician. Do you think we'll need technicians?
I think you'd probably still need people to carry things.
Okay, I can carry some things.
Because robotics, it just seems a false economy when you've got, you know, all these little people walking around.
Little people.
Well, they don't need to be little. I suppose if you're going to carry things, it's better if they're bigger. But you know,
Stronger.
metaphorically little. All these people walking around, cheap robotics, that is. Because if you remade them all in metal and everything, it'd be, well, when we talked about climate change, if you made a robot for every person just to carry things, then that would be, you know, they'd be slow marching on the roads about that.
Yeah.
Ironically being walked past by the robots that they then see that.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that scene? That could be a film.
Okay, so maybe this sort of ties in. I should go to the gym, one, to find trustworthy people who put their mats away and ask them about my comedy.
Yeah.
And two, just to get strong, because that's a good career alternative.
Just get strong.
Just get strong.
You have to get
Strong
strong.
enough to carry things.
Strong enough to carry things, strong enough for if it really goes south. Yeah, which I wouldn't rule out at all. I mean, it really goes south. You need to be able to physically defend yourself.
Yeah.
Probably learn how to use a firearm, a couple of different ones,
Yeah.
like one just like a hand one, and also maybe an assault one.
Cool. I used to have a BB gun, so that's
Right. So okay.
Yeah.
So we're not starting from zero.
no.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
No, exactly. Get ready for that. Maybe a few more survival techniques. You have skinned an animal. You ever?
I've witnessed an animal be skinned.
Yeah.
I was vomiting. I was crying and vomiting while I was watching it, but I think I could get better at that.
You'd get over that.
Yeah.
You'd get over that. You know, the first time would be hard. But think of the hunger.
Well, exactly.
This is the hunger would be. People have never been hungry. I mean, most of the people watching this now don't really understand what true hunger is. They're like, it's not like 1:30 and you haven't had lunch yet.
I was about to say I'm a little bit hungry, but is that not?
Doesn't count. This is more like right. It's Monday today.
Yep.
Right. So 1:30 on Thursday, and you haven't eaten between now and then.
Oh,
Now we're starting to talk about it.
Right.
Now we're getting somewhere.
now
okay?
I'm ready to skin.
Now you'll skin something.
Yeah.
Right. So people
I'll skin anything.
are surprised.
Yeah.
I once said to my grandpa, who fought in the Second World War, I said to him, I don't know if people my age would, you know, get off their backsides and, you know, start firing. He said, oh, you would. He was so sure of it, it surprised me.
Okay.
Oh, you
He
would.
just meant you, because he was like, you definitely would.
I would.
I know what
No,
you-
I think he meant generally. I mean, this is
Okay.
the thing that was surprising, because that wouldn't have been surprising.
Yeah.
But they would. Oh, they would.
Mm.
He was so sure of it. It was like when things get desperate, people start killing. Number 4. What else is going on? What else is going on? That's a friendly one, isn't it?
That is nice. In my life, other than acting.
Yeah. What else is going on?
What else is going on for me? Well, I'm kind of trying to decide whether or not I want to stay in London.
Oh yeah.
Basically, I'm not. It's so busy. There's so many people. The hustle and bustle of it all. I'm not. It's not the environment I grew up in.
No.
It's not.
No, because you're foreign, aren't you? So
Yeah.
where in foreign?
Where in foreign?
Yeah.
I'm from New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Yeah,
New Zealand.
that's right.
I've been there. Where did I go? I went to the North Island
Okay.
and the South Island.
That's yeah.
They don't have an east and a west of that, is it?
Yeah, I mean, there's a tiny little island at the bottom,
Oh, no.
Stewart Island. It's very small.
Who's that name? Stuart who?
Stewart, don't know, probably just some bloke called Stewart.
Hey, Stuart. Hey, Stuart. Do you want an island? And he's like, yep.
Yeah, that's how transactions work there.
That is. It's just like, do you want this thing? Yep.
Yeah,
Oh, that's great.
yeah, it's quite good.
So, but the problem you've got there though is London is where it's at.
Yeah, I know.
Acting wise, I can understand the dislike of people. I have a healthy dislike of people too, and the bustle.
What makes it healthy and unhealthy?
A healthy dislike. I'm not violent towards them. That's pretty much that would be the line.
That's the
I think.
threshold.
Yeah. Because I
Unless you'd have to be.
well, exactly. I mean, we've been over that. If push comes to shove, you've got to.
Then you've got to push and shove.
You have to push and shove. Yeah, I think that would work. And firearm if necessary. I hope it doesn't happen. But the way things are heading, if you'd said to somebody 5 years ago that the world would be like it is today, they would never believe you. They go, no way.
No way.
And then, so 5 years' time, could be outrageous.
Yeah.
So you want to leave London,
Yeah.
seems like a bad idea,
Oh, okay.
but any other reason apart from annoying people, too many people?
Well, I think like you're saying, if it all goes south, I don't know if I'd want to be.
Oh no, that's true. No, that's true.
In-
I mean, for acting, I think you probably got to be here because the
Yeah.
only really is kind of there's the triad, isn't there? There's the triad of acting
What's the
in the English language: London, New York, Los Angeles.
Right.
Okay, and you can do a lot of film here. New York is theatre and
Theatre,
a bit
yeah.
of TV,
Mm-hmm.
and Los Angeles is well at the moment seemingly lose as much money as you possibly can, and you know let people with significant drug problems just maraud. But maybe they'll get over that. It's good for us. I mean, they're all coming over here, of course.
Yeah.
But less good for you because you're competing with them. But yeah, this is, unless it really goes south, I think you're going to have to stick it out because, you know, they'll try, someone from Manchester will come along and they'll go, hey, no, there's loads of work in Manchester. And you go, is there? It's half as busy. So you go, oh, that's a bit better. But it's way less work. They're lying. They're just, oh, it's no good. No.
And that's who we're trying to avoid.
Liars, exactly. If you went to well, this is it. So that person who says, come to Manchester, make sure you have dinner with them or go to the gym with them, and then you'll know what they're like.
Yeah.
Just watch, observe. Yeah, don't do that unless things really go wrong, in which case head for the woods.
Yeah.
I don't know if you'll be able to get back to New Zealand because I don't know if planes will be flying.
No.
Depends how late you leave it.
Yeah.
If you feel it's in about a month, I think things are really going to kick off, then that would be a good time.
I think
because
so.
they might still fly.
Yeah.
And that would be a good place to be because it's so far away.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, from everywhere.
And
Took
everyone.
Ages to get there.
Yeah, it's a long way away.
Ages. I went to Australia first, and I was like, oh, we're nearly there. But you're not.
Where were you when you thought you were nearly there?
Sydney.
Yeah.
I was like, I was in Sydney and I knew I had to go to New Zealand. And I was like, well, I'm nearly there.
Yeah.
Not really.
That's
It's
probably
like
a 4-hour flight, is it?
flying to Egypt. Which I'm not sure I'd recommend. Well, anyway, that was really cool. See? So, my God, think of the advice. Think of the advice that I've imparted here and how much you, as an outsider, wanting to act, wanting to perform, wanting to fulfill your destiny, would have to pay for that. And I've just given it to you for free. And I'm not even angry about it because I'm quite wealthy. But if maybe I'll package it and just say it in a different way, because you see a lot of that on YouTube, yeah, where they do a long video and they say, oh, the secrets to this, and then and now buy my ebook, and you buy the ebook, and it's the same thing, but they just repeat themselves in a slightly elongated way, but the nub of what they've said is identical.
Are you writing an ebook?
No, but it's an idea because I've got so much wisdom. I don't really want to, it seems boring. Maybe if I can get someone to write it for me and I can just dictate over a long period.
Oh, I've got lots of time coming up.
You take dictation?
I'd try.
Yeah. How fast can you type?
I'll get better.
So it's not that quick. I'm gonna say, I mean, AI, I'd probably just use a microphone, to be honest.
Okay.
So, thanks for watching. There'll probably be some kind of, I don't do like the comment, like, subscribe stuff anymore. It's redundant. It isn't redundant, but I don't like doing it. So I get someone else to do it. Get AI to do it, which is ironic. Bye.
Thank you for enjoying this video. Please look at more of them that we have made. Because you stayed to the end, you've earned our respect for the next 10 minutes. If you would like longer respect, you'll need to subscribe to our channel. Failure to subscribe reflects poorly upon your character, and you'll never get the lover you feel you deserve.